The Flak Cannon is one of the most recognisable weapons in Unreal Tournament. This close range monster can rip through enemies in a heartbeat, making it quite the game changer. It's great for those sneaky surprise attacks, spamming key locations, as well as being able to fire around corners. To fire the Flak's primary fire, simply tap mouse 1. The Flak's primary fire will shoot 9 red hot flak shards, each of them doing up to 18 damage, but that damage will decrease depending on how far the flak shards travel. The center shard in the Flak Cannon is very important as it will give bonus damage the closer you are to your target. So if you're lucky enough to hit a point blank flak, you can do up to 190 damage. So always try and get in as close as you possibly can when using the Flak Cannon. Each flak shard that hits your opponent will give a knockback effect, which can disrupt your enemy's aim considerably. But if you happen to be at point blank range and you hit multiple shards, you can send your opponent flying. The flak shards can ricochet off of almost any surface in Unreal Tournament, making them incredibly useful, especially if you've lost a clean line of sight to your opponent. You can simply just bounce the shards off the wall and still land some damage. Now moving on to the secondary fire of the Flak Cannon, and to fire this, simply tap mouse 2. The secondary flak fires a large projectile that explodes on impact, releasing up to 5 additional shards as well. The flak shell does 100 damage on a direct hit, and each of the shards do 18 damage, so if you're lucky enough to hit the shards on top of a direct hit, you can do up to 190 damage. The flak shell is ideal for spamming key locations and choke points, but due to its curved firing arc, it can sometimes be difficult to aim in certain situations, especially at longer ranges. But this curved arc can also come in handy when fighting an opponent that is perched on the high ground, enabling you to land some splash damage on your opponent or maybe even knocking them off their perch. The secondary fire is great for that defensive play when you need to slow or stop your enemy from chasing you. Just simply spam shells behind you in their general direction while you're running away, and the high damage and large spread of the Flak Cannon will often discourage your opponents from following you. Now both of these fire modes with the Flak Cannon are absolutely stunning in short range fights, but once that range starts to spread out a little bit, it becomes very difficult to aim with the Flak Cannon. You're going to have to learn to lead your shots, and this can take a while to build up that muscle memory and that prediction to know how much to lead by. So what I recommend that you do, once somebody breaks out of those short range distances, is that you switch to a weapon that is more capable of dealing with medium and long ranges. So that just about covers the Flak basics. If you want more tips and tricks with the Flak Cannon, you can check out my guide on how to aim with projectiles on my YouTube channel, or you can click the annotation above. Anyways guys, good luck, have fun out there in the tournament, and I hope to see you out there soon.